All right, kiddos, welcome to our official first science unit. Woohoo! We're going to talk about mealworms, and you will come to find out that mealworms will go through a whole life cycle, and they eventually become darkling beetles. So, let's first talk about the background of mealworms. Mealworms originated in Europe. They're found in places with grain. They're not really found in the wild. You can't just go out in your backyard and pick up a worm and it'll be a mealworm. That's not where they're found. They're actually found most commonly around us in pet stores and also in gas stations because they're used as pet food and fish bait. They like warm, moist places. When you buy them, they come in the little tub, and generally that tub will have grain in it because that's what they eat. All right, their appetite. What do they like to eat? Well, they actually got their name mealworms because they like to eat oatmeal and cornmeal. They can eat all kinds of stuff. I've fed them apples, potatoes, bread. They'll eat all kinds of different things. They burrow in their food, so it's pretty cool. You can see where they've carved away and started eating and whatever it is you gave them. Oh, and there's a darkling beetle for ya. All right, moving right along. The life cycle of a mealworm is 4 main stages. We're going to do a whole activity on life cycle later, but I want to first introduce you to what their life cycle is. They go through metamorphosis, which is change or transformation, and they have 4 stages. Those 4 stages are egg, larva, pupa, and adult. Now the egg, we all know what an egg looks like. It's white, it's oval, they're very, very tiny because female darkling beetles have tons and hundreds of eggs. So they're very, very tiny. And actually they're covered in this real sticky substance because they want to catch food with that sticky substance. So when they hatch from their egg and they break out in the larva stage, they have food to eat on the eggshell. After the larva stage, which is the worm stage, it goes into the pupa stage. The pupa stage is pretty cool. They barely move. They're very inactive. You can kind of flick their hind legs a little bit and they'll kind of kick a little bit, but that's as much movement as they do in the pupa stage. And then finally, their transition to adult, which is a darkling beetle. They start off really light in color and they slowly transition to get darker as they move into the adult stage. And like I said, female beetles will have eggs and they will reproduce, and male beetles will not. Only female beetles are able to lay eggs. All right, the body of a mealworm. Mealworms are on average 3 centimeters long. They're going to vary. Some are longer, some are shorter, but on average about 3 centimeters long. They have 6 legs, which is the insect group they're in. They have 13 segments, and then there's 3 main parts of their body: the head, the thorax, and the abdomen. The abdomen is the back 9 segments of the mealworm, and the thorax is the front segments. So the thorax will be in the front and the abdomen will be in the back. All right, this unit is going to bring us a lot of information about measurement. Particularly, we're going to talk about 2 mathematical components. We're going to talk about how to calculate mean, or average, and how to calculate median, or the middle number. They're pretty simple, but I have lots of examples for you if you don't get the hang of it right away. So first, what I need you to know is that 1 centimeter is the same as 10 millimeters. In science class, we use the metric system. So centimeters and millimeters are the metric system. Millimeters is simply just smaller than centimeters. So 10 millimeters will equal 1 centimeter. Mean means the average. And the first step in finding the average is you add all the numbers up, and then you're going to divide by how many numbers there are. So let's take a look at an example, because it doesn't mean a whole lot for us until we can see it. If we're given the numbers 25, 22, and 26, we take those 3 numbers and we add them up. When you add them up using a calculator or using your head, you get 73. After that, you count how many numbers you were given: 25, 22, 26. That's 3 different numbers. So we're going to divide by 3. So you take 73 divided by 3. Again, you can use your head or you can use a calculator. And your answer is 24.3. If you were going to round that to the nearest whole number, you would round it to 24. Remember, 0.4 0.3, 0.2, 0.1, all rounds down to 24. If it's 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, or 0.9, it would round up to 25. All right, let's take a look at what median is, and then we'll do some more examples. Don't worry, I got lots of examples at the end. Median is, in fact, the middle number. So the first thing you have to do, and this is what gets most kids, you cannot forget to put the numbers in order from least to greatest, okay? So if I'm given the numbers 25, 23, 26, 23, 22, I first have to put them in order from least to greatest. 22 is the least number we have. We have two 23s, so you just write them both. And then we have 25, 26. I work my way out to the inside to see which one is in the middle. 26 and 22, not in the middle. 23 and 25, not in the middle. Oh, we're on to the second 23. 23 is in the middle. So your answer is 23.